Welcome back. Today on Epic Game World, we are going to be playing the Legendaries RPG. This is a game that I just recently found on Roblox, and it is pretty cool. So I'm just going to kind of go through it, give you an overview, and let you know some of the things that I realized and some tips and tricks to get you guys fully OP and really fast. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and click on play. Now, when you first get in, you got to press any key to play. And then it's going to bring you up to this menu right here where you can be mage, you can be shaman, you can be paladin, be a warrior, you can be a berserker. And I am actually a mage. That's what I am. So I'm already level 100. So I'll go ahead and click on select. And now here we are in the village. This is the initial village that you come in on. And that is a few things. When you first start the game, they automatically start you doing a dungeon or a quest of some type where you have to go in and fight and win. And that's the first thing you're going to be doing. And then they automatically start you with all of these quests and you're going to have to go around and talk to everybody. But just to get started, let's go ahead and look at the menu. Now, all the stuff you have here, you have inventory. So in your inventory, you're going to have all the weapons and all the stuff that you collect. And then you can go ahead and equip it. You do have to be the right level to use it. So like, for example, this is level 24. You have to be level 24 in order to be able to equip it. So you can view your inventory on all, by equipment, consumables, resources. Also have our stats. Now, as you go in and you defeat enemies, you're going to earn stat points. And you can add your stat points to the different categories like intelligence. So since I'm a mage and I'm doing magic, I added a lot to intelligence for magic damage. I'm not sure if I should have done that versus adding more to strength because it also does say attack damage. I'm not really sure if I'm getting that, but I did add it here because of health and resistance and, you know, the physical damage. I'm not sure if any of that really helps me. Not 100%. So if you guys know, you can let me know. Then I also have vitality. I added a little bit to there because my armor really gives me a lot of vitality and health. And then you also have attack speed, movement speed, luck under dexterity. So I did add some there as well. But you can just set that up however you want. And you also have jobs. Now, I'm not really sure what these are. I guess when you're enchanting or you're with the blacksmith, you can level up. So basically you're fishing. You have a certain level and you can get up to 100 on everything. So if you fish, you can get max level 100. I'm not sure if it helps you. I know with like blacksmithing, enchanter, alchemist, things like that, you do have to be certain levels in order to be able to use it. And then we also have quests. Now you're going to get your quests over here. You can claim them and you're going to get gold and get rewards from it. You have a world 1, world 2. And you have event quests. If there's any events in here that you want to, do the quest for. And then you have daily quests. Now, this is the only place you can actually get gems that I noticed. So this is where you get your gems from, and I have a few in there. What else we have in here? We have spells. So here's your spells. And your spells are just the different attacks that you can do, besides your regular attacks. So they're down here. So like here's one of my attacks for my spells. Then I have like this giant hand attack. And then I have a lightning attack. Now the lightning attack, it only works with one lightning bolt. I do have one that has 3 lightning bolts, but it just doesn't work. It's glitched out. So you can actually use your attacks or actually change your spells here. As you level up, you can get to the level 3 versions. That's all they have. Triple lightning does not work, at least for me. See what else we got here. Then we have our talents. So under talents, you have different things like magic damage or, life regeneration. And as you get points, you're actually able to unlock these. Now I have all of mine already unlocked. And you want to just, unlock those as you see fit. Then you have your character where you can go ahead and pick what you want it to be, mage or whatever. You can switch between that. We have guilds if you want to be in a guild, which I am in some type of guild. I don't even know how I am, but I'm in a fake angel guild. There we go. And let's see what else we got here. Then we have dungeons. And dungeons are really cool because in dungeons, you can actually get weapons. You can get armor. You can also get eggs for pets. So that's where you get the pets from. I was kind of confused about that. You have normal, hard, and extreme on these first 2 dungeons, and then you have your last dungeon, which is just normal and hard. So obviously for this Nightfall over Oraban, you have to be level 1. The Siege of Orchidia, you have to be level 10, and to do the Infernus Volcano, you got to be level 25, and that's your level like up here. And I'm going to show you some tricks to get past, a lot of stuff. Here's the different pets that you have, or different pets that you get from opening eggs, and you can see it's a heal pet, or it's a attack pet. I don't know what else they got. Heal or attack, I guess. Not really sure there's any other ones. And then we have shop. Now this is if you want to spend Robux. Yeah, and you can go ahead and go in this shop and roll whatever you want. So that's pretty much it for the menu. And you do also have these potions down here, which I didn't show you, but these potions, let me see if I can find them where they are. Here we go. So this potion right here restores a small amount of health over time. This one temporarily increases maximum health. And you can get other potions from, some of these people down here. You have like your alchemist, but a forge is one of the places you want to go. Now it says I have blacksmith level 1, which I really have level 18. This is glitched, but you can actually go in here and you can like create stuff. So you can actually forge any of these items in here as you get to those levels, and you have everything that it needs to be created. You can go ahead and make your armor and make your weapons, but honestly, I just basically skip all of that. Recycle, you can go ahead and recycle. You can get some reforged stones, different types of reforged stones here. I never really used that either. I never reforged it either. That's just to get, upgrade your, I guess, like extra stats that you have on some of your items, some of your weapons. I didn't really use that at all. I kind of went around everything. And in the beginning, you can actually go with gold. You can go to the blacksmith and you can pick up whatever you need here. So like you do have this jade staff if you're a mage, or if you're one of the other berserkers or warrior or whatever you are, you have your different weapons and stuff you can actually get inside of here. And let's see what else we got here. So that's your blacksmith. You got your armorer here, and you can actually pick up some armor. If you want some better armor, you come in here with gold, you can get your armor, or you can actually get it from the dungeons. Then your alchemist, you got the different things that you can make. And I'm not really sure what any of this stuff is. Honestly, I never really used any of that. I never used the enchanter. I never enchanted anything, but you can actually, get some enchantments and make your stuff a little bit better. But I kind of just skipped all of that, to be totally honest with you. And the way that I did it, well, actually, before I tell you how I did it, let me just show you something that was driving me crazy. And that is one of the quests here. And that is going to be the quest where it's asking you to get a underwater flask. It looked like it's trying to tell you to get a flask that's underwater. You can see I still have it, flask submerged. And it was driving me crazy. And I'm going to show you why real quick. And this may have been driving you guys crazy if you ever play this game at all. And this is the thing. When you have a quest, it has like this light right here that shows you where you're supposed to go. It's like I go down here. Okay, my flask is going to be here somewhere. You just blast this dude. Okay. So now this is where I think my flask is. Okay, so I cannot get it. There's no way to get it. And it says like flask submerged. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I got to go underwater. So if you try to go underwater, you can't. There's no way to go underwater. You can't go underwater anywhere to get to it. So I was like, wow, I don't know how to do this. Maybe I need a special helmet, or maybe I need something special. But it turns out that's just a glitch. All you got to do is go over here, keep going straight, and then all of a sudden, the light changes to over here, and here is the flask that you need to pick up. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up because I didn't pick it up before. And here we go. There's my flask. My quest is done. Now I got to go back and talk to the stranger, and that quest is done. So we won't worry about that right now. And the other thing here is going to be the teleport stone. So like if you click on your map, you have region 1, region 2, and you have these teleport stones right here. So just to show you, because I'm going to show you something when we go over here anyway, I believe it's this one. Click on this teleport stone. Okay, so here we are. So basically, you're going to be walking around the map, and you're going to notice that it has these stones. What you're going to do is you're going to walk up to it, just basically jump on it. It activates, it starts to glow. And then once the teleport stone is glowing, then you can actually go to the map. You can click on any one of the stones that you already activated, and you can be able to teleport right to that area. So then, in case you're fighting over here and, they take you out. Oh, my thing is kind of glitching. You don't have to actually go back and walk all the way back again, because that would just be crazy. So you don't want to do that, and I wouldn't want to do it either. But anyhow, this is the best way to basically skip everything. Sorry about the glitch in here, but basically the way that you want to do it to just skip everything and not have to even worry about doing, what is this thing called? Region 1 at all. I mean, you can come back and you could do it, but the best way to do it is just go to this teleport stone right here, or go to this area right here, the shroom area. So you can see here is the where is it at? Here's my teleport stone. It actually just came in right here. And you're basically going to turn around. So here's the teleport stone. You're going to turn around. You're going to go right here off this edge. And just jump off the edge. Boom. And once you jump down here, you're going to turn around. You're going to see this area right here. You're going to see Jadina. And there's a portal right behind Jadina. Just go to this portal. And this is already taking you to region 2. So just go ahead and travel to region 2. And now when you fight stuff over here in region 2, you're actually going to be getting a lot more XP because everything is so much harder. So just basically, if you want to, in region 1, start off, get some gold, 10,000 or 20,000, however much gold it's going to take you to actually get the best armor or whatever you could get. So level up maybe a little bit, get yourself some better armor, get yourself like at least like the best weapon. And then once you have like your top weapon, which I think is like 6,500 gold or something like that, then, get your weapon, get some armor if you can, and then you want to just come straight over here to region 2. So now we're already over here in region 2. And the same thing in region 2. You have all your teleport stones, you have them all around the map, except there is a little trick here because I thought in the beginning that I had to kind of like go all the way around this way to be able to get to like the main area, but you don't. All you got to do is instead of going this way, just turn over here and go left. And you just go around this area right here to the left. And it is kind of far, so just bear with this real quick. And you want to go up this hill. Here we go. So we're just going to go up this hill right here, kind of like fly up it or float up it, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to fight anybody or anything. Just go as fast as you can. And you can just get up to like the top area here. Keep following it up. This is a little bit tricky, so I may get a bit lost here, so we'll figure it out. But here's the dinosaur area. I was like trying to find this thing for so long, and I couldn't figure it out, and it was driving me absolutely crazy. But you kind of just want to go all the way through this dinosaur area. You want to level up as much as you can so that you can get your you can get your stats up. So you want to raise your stats up. You also want to come in here and you want to do all your talents as much as you can to get as strong as you can. And here's what you're going to be leveling up a lot quicker, then it's easier to do it. Once you have the teleport stone activated over here in this area, just keep following this over here, past all the dinosaurs. Try not to stop and try not to fight them just yet until you get all the way through it. Hopefully you have enough stamina to make it through because they are pretty strong and they can take you out pretty easily. All right, so now once we come around this corner, we're going to go up this mountain right here. You don't want to go down there. Same thing, just get past them as best as you can, fast as you can. And one other thing I didn't mention is that there is mining in here. So if you want to go ahead and do any of that forging and stuff like that, you do have to mine. And I'll just show you it real quick. It'll take too long. So basically you can mine for different things here. And you just want to just hit it when it's on the green, the middle, and then you just get components, whatever you want to call it for your forging. So here we are. Here's the bridge. Here's like the top village, dinosaur village, all the way here at the top. I never climbed up on top of those rocks. I don't even think you can. So you want to just go all the way up here like this. There's nobody here selling anything, so you can't buy anything here yet for whatever reason. And then here's your teleport stone, and then boom. Go ahead and activate that, and that's the topmost stone. Now, you don't have them all activated because you do have to go back around over here and activate all the rest of these. You can kind of just like walk that whenever you're stronger and activate them so you can teleport to all the different areas. But now that you have this teleport stone active and you're up here in the dinosaur area, this is where you're really going to be fighting up here. You're going to be fighting down, down this bridge over here, fighting those dinosaurs, and they will help you level up really fast. So obviously just level yourself up as fast as you can over here fighting the dinosaurs on this entire hill down here, this entire area down here. And then you just go ahead and get your spells will actually level up. As you're leveling up, you can choose the better spells. Then you can also choose your talents over here, like the different talents, level that up as much as you can. And you're also going to be leveling up your stats, so level those up depending on, if you're a warrior, paladin, mage, whatever, you level those up. And then finally, when you're strong, you want to go over here and go to the dungeon. And I'm just going to start from the beginning dungeon here so you can see them all. I'll run through each dungeon, but you want to eventually just run through dungeon 25 on normal, get your weapons. But let's just start with the first dungeon right here. And we'll play it on extreme. Why not, right? Go ahead and do that. See all three of the dungeons and what they look like. Now, like I was saying before, you can actually upgrade. You can enchant your weapons and you can reforge and do all of that good stuff. And maybe it does make it a lot stronger. But the thing is, it's so grindy to be able to have to go through and mine all of that stuff or collect pieces from you can do like what they call hunts where you got to like hunt animals You know, instead of doing all of that, it's just much easier to just do it the way I'm saying. Go through the dungeon and just get your weapons and all of your armor that way. And this is really tough right here because this is on extreme. This is not easy at all. So you got to just go through here, fight everybody. And then since it's on extreme, I will be getting something pretty cool at the end if I make it. Kind of got to go slow here because it's on extreme. All right, who's down there? Who wants some? Yep. Yep, yep. And always watch your health because my health is kind of low right now. I only have like half health. Whoa. Now, I do have these moves, but honestly, I really don't use the moves much because it's kind of tough for me to even press the move buttons. I mean, you can, but it's like, I don't know, it's just not worth it to me. I much prefer to just use my regular attacks. Just easier for me. The moves do work, like I could do lightning right here. See how that looks? Boom, pretty cool, pretty cool. And I have this other like big blast energy right here. But it's just not too useful. You got to be aiming and everything. It's just much easier to use your regular move. Where is he at? Hiding down there? Dude. Can I hit him? Yeah, just got to watch your back here. So let's run through this entire dungeon. Whoa. Yeah, these dudes are pretty strong. I mean, they just already almost took me out right there. And I'm pretty powerful. Yeah, so these dungeons are fun. I like these dungeons, and you can go with other people. You can invite people to go with you. If you have a friend or something, you want to help them out, you can help them, you know, do the dungeon, but they do actually have to get damaged or else they don't actually win. They have to get damaged in order to win, in order to actually get something at the end. Whoa. Dude, who is hitting me? I don't know who that is. I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Alright, did I get him? I think I got him. Yeah, he's gone. And you have to beat everybody. You have to beat everybody in each like area in order for the rock to turn like this so you can go through it. So I think the next dungeon, I'm not going to do it on such a hard level. We'll do it on a much easier level so we can just basically walk through it. Alright, I think we're getting pretty close. You kind of just like, you know, strafe left and right so they can't really hit you around the corners and such. Wow, there's a lot of enemies. I don't remember. I mean, this dungeon is actually harder than the final dungeon, to be honest with you. This is tough. This is pretty tough on extreme. Is it even worth it? No, because you don't even get the good weapons here. But I mean, in the beginning, you can. And here we go. Here's the boss. Some type of weird plant thing. All right, so let's go up here and fight that. And hopefully we can win without any problems. Where is it? I do not see it. Is it glitched? I don't see it at all. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Oh, it's down here. I didn't realize that. Oh, wow. Hit him. Yeah, he's tougher than even a final boss. I mean, right here, he's pretty tough. Ooh, I just barely beat him. Did you see that? That's crazy. Okay, so we got some gold. Oh, we got a crystal helmet. Epic, not really great. We got an amber helmet. That's pretty good. 735 health. That's not bad for this level. Got a jade egg. That's a pet. So basically that's all we got right there. We got the 2 helmets and we got a jade egg. So that's pretty cool to have that. And we'll get out of there right now. And we'll go jump into the next dungeon. But we're going to do the next dungeon on easy just so you can see it. And then we'll do the final dungeon. And then I'll let you know my final thoughts on this game. But here we go. Jump into the next dungeon. So we'll just Siege of Orchidia, whatever, normal, start. Now, I think you actually have to be doing the dungeon on the hardest level in order to get the pet eggs. I don't think you can get the pet eggs on any of the easier levels, so that is one reason. to do them on. I believe hard or extreme. And I think, and I know for sure on the final dungeon, the third dungeon, if you do it on hard, you can't get the eggs. So most likely you can get the eggs on the other dungeons if you just do them on hard. You don't have to actually use extreme. So this should be really easy here. I mean, they should have like no chance against me. As you can see, they have zero chance against me here. And where am I going? Just don't fall off the edge. You got to actually follow the path. And sometimes it's hard to tell where the path is. So this game's pretty cool. I mean, the way it does it. I really like it. Let's go through just blasting our way through everything. Nice. Yeah, this is really easy on easy. And I think this is the boss with like the gold boss with the hammer thing. Get him. All right. Oh yeah, I think we're almost there already. It's basically walking through it like it's nothing. This is just total gravy right here. Here's the boss. He's dropping the hammer, putting a hammer down. All right, let's get him. Blast to the wall. Show this dude what's up. He done. One hit, toast. Got some gold, a lot less gold, obviously. And we got some boots. And that's it. So there we go. So that's the second dungeon. And now we're going to do the third and final dungeon. Okay, so now let's see if we can actually get into the Region 2 dungeon without actually being in Region 2. Let's see if it'll let us. Looks like it's going to let us. So you don't even have to travel to Region 2. You can just do it from anywhere. So it's actually taking us to Region 2, and hopefully it drops us into the dungeon. Now, sometimes this does glitch out. This game is a little bit glitchy. And another thing to mention, too, is that there's really not a lot of sound effects. Like the sound effects, they seem to be muted or just not like while I'm shooting and stuff. I really don't hear much. When you hit stuff and when you do certain things, you can. It does have game music, but I have that off right now. But I think they need to do something about the sound effects. I really wish the sound effects were better. I mean, there is some sound effects, but just not as much as you would think there should be. But these maps are really, really cool. I mean, they definitely have a lot of detail to them. And the fighting is pretty cool, too. I just wish that it was a little bit less glitchy. You know, some of the moves wouldn't be so glitchy. And also on certain things, like sometimes the enemies will be like in the floor or something. You can't actually get to them. You know, or just like you guys saw before when I was trying to do that quest and the flask was on the other house, but it was showing that it was somewhere else at first. You know, just stuff like that. Stuff they got to work on. They do have a couple more updates coming out, and they just did update it like yesterday, I think. And hopefully it's going to get better and they'll add more stuff to it. But it is fun because you can play with your friends, and you can also trade. Even though there's no trade button that you can see anywhere, all you have to do is just click on somebody else's character, and you can actually trade with them. So that's pretty cool, and I just found that out today. So if you have a friend that wants to come in and you've already done a lot on here, you have a lot of weapons, and you have a lot of stuff, you can just go ahead and trade with them. Now you can't trade pets, but I believe you can trade eggs. So if you trade them an egg, then that will give them the pet. But once you already open your egg, I don't think you can trade the pet. I couldn't figure out a way to do that. But as far as like, you know, armor, weapons, you could trade all of that type of stuff. I think you could even trade like other items as well. This is pretty easy. Just run through this. Like I said, this is actually easier than it was on that first map on Extreme. But then again, that's Extreme. Just run through it, take out all these dinosaurs. And the boss on here is crazy hard when you first do this board, and I'm going to show you the way to beat him. Now, I used Mage, so, you know, I can only tell you how to do it with Mage. As far as, like, the way that kind of, like, you know, a little bit of a cheat way to beat him, because without that, there's no way you're going to beat him, and I'll show you why. So we're just about here to the boss. Just a few more enemies we got to defeat. Around over here and beat these guys. And be careful, those little raptors, man. Those raptors will take you out with just one slice. Those raptors are crazy. They're even worse than these guys. All right, there we go. Going to the boss. And now the boss is just insane. I mean, the stuff that he's able to do. And I'll show you what he could do. Let's take a look at him right here from the top. So he's already hitting me up here. He's gonna throw stuff. He's gonna like, throw beams of light, beams of fire, and all sorts of stuff. So where is he right now? So there he is down there. You cannot hit him from here. There's like no way to hit him. So it's like impossible to hit him from here. So you can't use any of your moves. No matter what you do, you cannot hit him. And you're gonna see what he does. So he's throwing these rocks, these fire stones or whatever, and they can hit you. And he also shoots this giant beam of light. And then he does something even crazier. And you're gonna see what he's gonna do here in a minute. So he goes down and he appears in different areas, like he's appeared right there. And I think from here you might be able to hit him, but I usually don't. Let me see. Can you? I don't want to take him out yet. I can't hit him from right here either. So look what he does to the floor. I mean, there's no way you're getting past that when you're just first starting out coming into this map. I mean, forget it. He got you. So basically what you do, go over here, jump up top here, you go over here onto this building, you stand up on the edge just like this, and then you can actually hit him when he appears in this spot of lava. So you gotta wait, because now he's over there. He can be here, here, over here, any of these different spots, and he'll finally appear right here. And if you have, I guess, most moves, most of the units, at least the mage, has a distance move, and I think some of the other ones might as well. So you should be able to attack him from right here with your move. And this is when you're weaker, because it might take you several times, hitting him to beat him. So, but you could do this. You could actually play it and win by yourself, or you can come with somebody else. I want to just show you how you can hit him right here when he appears. When he finally looks, because now he's over here. So you got to just we got to be patient, when you first do this, when you're not really strong enough to be able to beat this guy. But look what he does. I mean, there's just no way. That's just crazy. I mean, unless you're strong, you could beat him in a couple of hits. And he's breathing fire on top of it. So I guess you're supposed to jump on those little rocks or something to stay out of his way. Then you got to keep on waiting. So it can take you some time to beat him in the beginning if you wanted to try this. But he does have the best weapons and the best armor. All of this is mythical that I'm wearing right now. I got all of this from here. Here he is finally. Okay, so right here you can hit him. So you can hit him with any of your distance attacks like this. Hit him with my lightning. Toast, buddy. And that's it. Open up your chest, bunch of gold. I got the glacial staff, which is what I'm using right now. I got the ruined staff, which I was using before. And hopefully I get an egg. And I got a magma egg. So when you get this magma egg right here, that's a guaranteed pet. So there we go. So that's it right there. That's going to be region 2. That's the final dungeon on hard. And now I showed you guys how to get through this way easier than normal. Now you can always go back and activate all of the portals or all of the teleport stones. You can also go back and do all of the quests. Like I didn't finish doing all of my quests. You don't have to, but the quests do give you stuff. And also be sure to check your daily quests to see if you can claim anything. And if there's any event quests, like I have a couple here that I could go ahead and and do as well. And then I have my quest for World 1. I have no quest going on World 2 right there. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this game is a lot of fun. It looks really cool. There's a lot of places to explore. And those teleport stones, they just make it a whole lot easier than having to walk around everywhere than you would normally have to without having those. So teleport stones, 100% activate those. And I suggest skipping over to region 2 as quick as you can and just fight in region 2 wherever you can actually fight here. And don't forget to buy your weapons in region 1, because over here in region 2 you can't buy anything, but in region 1 you can actually buy it. And I'll show you real quick before we go. Hopefully in this next update they do add a place in region 2 to be able to purchase things, whereas right now there's nobody there. There's like the shops are there, but there's nobody there in the shops. Okay, so like over here, this is the best spot. When you first start out, obviously you can buy from this area, but you should really just save up and then come over here. There we go. So now over here is going to be the spot that you want to be in, because this is going to be a little bit stronger materials right here. So you can already get some pretty decent stuff. But you see it's like 4,800, 6,500, 6,500. So it does cost, because you do have to buy the entire outfit. And then you also can go over here to the blacksmith. And then you can get better weapons. So you can get this one 6,500. you know, if you're going to be using this skill. So you can see, so that one is actually going to be Shaman. Shaman is the one who uses the bracelet. You can see right there he has a bracelet. And then Paladin uses, I guess that's like the shorter sword. Now, I don't know, wielding divine power to destroy and cleave through any enemies. So his difficulty is like the easiest. It's not difficult at all. And then we also have the Berserker. And Berserker uses these and a fast fighter clawing their way to victory with risky techniques and lightning fast attacks. So that's the highest difficulty. And then we have obviously the warrior. He's going to be using the sword, and that's a little bit less difficult. I don't know if he has distance attacks or not. And then we have the mage. I know for sure the mage and the shaman have pretty cool attacks. The shaman actually has better attacks, to be honest with you. It looks really cool. And but I just like the mage, so that's what I picked. But shaman, if you guys want to get one that has good distance attacks, shaman does as well, and it's really powerful. Anyhow, guys, this is the Legendaries RPG in Roblox. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested in playing this game. And thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button so you never miss another video on Epic Game World. See you guys next time.